Welcome back to Skydog Reviews. For those of you who have seen my other videos, you already know where this video is going with Boston Scally caps and their reviews and individual hats. For those of you new or just happen to stumble upon this, I will link my other Boston Scally videos down in the description so you can go back and review those. I do a bunch of different hats every time I put one of these out. Today we're going to be doing 9 hats. So just put them on my head, show you what they look like in person, you know, a little different from the website. More importantly, before we begin, I just want to remind everybody, I'm doing this for free. No one's paying me to do this review. No one shipped me any of these hats for free or discounts or anything other than what they offer the general public. I'm buying these with my own money. So this is not a paid review. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. It's probably going to be very positive again because I really love these hats, but that's what it is. It's not a paid review. No, they're not sending me hats to review. So I just want to give you an honest review as I can. And again, this is on the footsteps of my predecessors. There are other people out reviewing Scally hats way before I really enjoyed them when I was looking for my first Scally cap. Particularly a Boston Scally cap. So I enjoyed them so much, I decided I wanted to give back to the community as well. So I hope you enjoy this video. We'll go where we always start. We'll go with pricing. A lot of people think this is a little expensive. The caps, usually brand new caps are like $52 per cap. Some of the older ones, I've seen them as low as $44. Some of them be on sale in 49s, mid 40s. But they're expensive cap, but you do get a quality piece of workmanship. Some may not agree where they are made in the People's Republic of China. So there's that caveat. If that bothers you, this is probably not a cap for you. But they are producing quality caps. I figured out how many I own, and the answer is way too many. But anyways, as far as deals go, if you've seen my other videos, I'm going to say the same thing right here now. The best deal going on Boston Scally caps is to buy 3. You buy 3, you get $25 off. And then you can stack that with a free shipping code. If you've already ordered from Boston Scally, if you look on your receipt, middle of the receipt, you'll have a free shipping discount code. Think about it. I may link it in the description. You know, I haven't done so yet because I didn't know if they were going to change on a regular basis. I didn't want to put it in the video. I think on this one, I will link that discount code in the description. So if you want to get the best deal possible, you buy 3 hats, $25 off, and then you get the free shipping with the code. Through the holidays, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Cyber Week, they had up to 20% off. After Christmas, they ran 20% off. Into the New Year's Day, I think they ran 20% off. And that's the biggest discount I have seen that Boston Scally will put out there on their social media accounts or on the header of the website. There's usually at least a 10% discount. If you join their socials, you'll see 10, 15 sometimes. But 20 is the biggest you're going to get. And even at 20%, you have to buy a significant amount of hats before you're going to outdo the 3 for $25 off and the free shipping. So that's why I have 9 hats here. I have 3 orders of 3 hats that I've purchased. So again, that's my recommendation. If you're just doing 1, even at 20%, you're probably better off using the free shipping code. You'd have to weigh it out, but you may be better off using the free shipping code unless you get that 20%. I think the 20% is enough that it's probably going to nip that free shipping. My shipping to Texas is about almost $9. It's like $8.79 or $8.89 or something like that. So yeah, you'd have to get to 20% where that's going to make a difference, or probably be more than the free shipping for buying 1 hat. But like I said, you're going to buy multiples, buy 3, free shipping, best deal out there. All right, so now let's go probably why you clicked on this video. We're going to the hats. And before I do, just want to point out this hat right here. I am wearing a Youk in navy blue. It has already been reviewed. I believe it's on my first video. It is a great Boston Scally hat, 8-panel. But I'm wearing this for a reason, because there's one hat in my review today that is very closely related to the Youk, or more significantly, Kevin Youkilis from the Red Sox, back when he used to play. So I'll leave that up to you to decide. I'll give you the answer at the end, so if you want to go to the end, I'll tell you what it is. But what hat am I going to show you when you're watching is related to Kevin Youkilis. And with that, let's get on to the new arrivals at Skydogs Reviews. All right, first one we're delving into. I usually start the lowest amount of panels, work my way up, and I work lightweight fabric to heavyweight fabric. Be simple today. I'll start out with the 5-panel. And today I got a 5-panel original in Patriot Blue Herringbone. Yeah, so you've seen me, my goat, it's the same color herringbone, that nice blue herringbone. These just got released, I think a month and a half, 2 months ago. But yeah, it is a great looking hat, that blue herringbone. And what we're looking at the 5-panel, and again, this is probably my favorite style of cap now, because it's like a hybrid. So you get that from the front, you're looking at that 1-panel look, that nice classic Scally cap 1-panel look. On the back, you got 4 panels from the 8-panel hats with the button on the top. Again, a call out from the 8-panel cap. So the button, the 4 panels on the back, the nice classic 1-panel look in the front. Most people are familiar with that flat cap style, that 1-panel. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. I love the 1-panel look, but they sit a little higher up on your head, and probably a little bit better for the warmer months and everything like that, but it is sit a little bit higher. They don't fit as conforming, whereas with this back from the 8-panel, it gets a deeper fit on the back of your head, stays on you a little bit better. These just are your normal Boston Scally traditional artwork. There's no special artwork, no special labels, just has a size in there. I do my 5 and 2X. But man, I love a good 5-panel. I was happy that Boston Scally did release some more, and guess what? They're on the way, all 3 of them. So there'll be another review coming out relatively soon. But they released 3 more herringbones. They had an original, which I already owned, and then they released this Patriot Blue, the brown herringbone, and then the olive green herringbone in the fall, early winter. So man, but just look at that styling, man. It's that great 5-panel styling, that great 5-panel fit. Like I said, it really sits deeper on your head. It's a much more comfortable hat to wear around than a 1-panel. And the 1-panel is a great hat, but I like the look of the 1-panel. But man, this hat is just the best of both worlds for me. Probably my favorite hat. If I could beg for any more hats from Boston Scally, it would be do more fabrics in the 5-panel. That cotton twill from like my favorite hat, the Captain, the Sailor, and the Keeper. Man, if they could do 5 panels in that cotton twill, I'd have to buy them all. But anyway, so again, this is the original 5-panel in Patriot Blue Herringbone. Great cap. Let's transition into a relatively new hat style. Well, not anymore when I'm done with these. We're going into the 6 panels. I wasn't originally a 6-panel fan. They look a little bit more like baseball caps, and you know, it's hard to judge, you know, online how they're going to look on you, even in the videos. And some people look really good in the 6 panels, and my head shape and size, I didn't think I was going to do it. So, but I ended up buying a Sailor, and I loved it. So, I've decided to kind of delve in more to the 6 panel, so we have some more. So going into 6 panels, the first one here is the Cape Codder, the 6 panel. Now this particular 6 panel is in ship wheel and driftwood. I think it's driftwood's more the color of gray. The ship's wheel is the stitched in logo at the back, like the Sailor. The Sailor had a compass rose on the back quarter panel. This right on the back, the Cape Cod series, they have different things you'd associate with Cape Cod. I've seen a lobster, a shark, the ship's wheel, a lighthouse, I believe. So it's a lot of Cape Cod theming. But again, it's more of a lightweight hat, and this particular one is a poly blend. But you can just feel it very lightweight. Should be great for the summer, and here in Texas, those warm days. So you have the 6-panel from the front there. The brim, same color. We're not looking at any special color brims on this. Inside, you do have, let's see, that Cape Codder artwork from BSCALLY Co. So it's a special edition. But man, what a nice light cap. Put that on. And I went to 2X, which is probably supposed to be a little bit bigger than what the size charts call for. But I did it with the 5-panel, and I did it with the Sailor and the 6. And I'm glad I did, especially in lightweight fabrics like this poly blend. They'll fit a little tighter in the lightweight fabrics. As you go heavier, they room out a little bit. But a hat that's a little bit too big, you can fix with hat fit strips or some hat tape you can get on Amazon. But anyways, look at this Cape Codder, man. This is going to be a great summer, spring hat. I mean, it's a beautiful color. You know, it's not just, it's got like texture to it. You don't really see it, but you can see it. Fits nice and deep on the head, like your 8 panels and everything like that. And like I said, and I just think they were too short in the brim, but man, they're nice. They're really nice hats. So I've become more of a fan for the 6-panel. And like, as you can see, as you will see here, I'm really starting to dig them. So yeah, so this is the Cape Codder in Driftwood Gray. All right, so keeping to that same theme, still in the 6 panels here. Boom, and it's actually kind of Cape Cod theme, but it's called the Jetty. The Jetty, it's a 6-panel. It's got that nice plaid. It's a black and gray plaid with blue stripe. The official color is Cape Cod plaid. So as you can see, like I said, special edition. And it's got something that I haven't had on any of my hats before. It's got a little tag, like a little BSCALLY B tag, just kind of hanging out on the back quarter. So something a little different. As we go to the inside, it does get that navy blue brim. So it's all fabric, navy blue, and I don't know if you can see it better if I zoom in. You can kind of see these stripes. Get that navy stripe in there. Kind of goes on real nice, that blue brim. Traditional black with the traditional BSCALLY artwork under the thing. And it's like one of those, I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to see in that light. But when you're looking into the light, the liner's a little thinner. Almost like the Youk. The Youk has a very thin liner. So it's good for those lighter weight hats, those warmer weathers. It breathes a little bit better. It's not as thick or as silky like the Sunday. So it's a nice lightweight hat. We'll put it on. Yeah. Again, a little different styling. Like I said, this one is a little bit more like deeper, a little more rounder. But man, it is a nice feeling hat. It's going to be great in the warm weather. It's very similar, if you see my other videos, the Caddy in Fairway Plaid that had a same pattern, except instead of a blue thin stripe, it had like a little yellow stripe running through there. But same look, you know, and man, you can dress down with this, or you could dress up, you know. You could put this plaid, and you know, wear like a nice dark gray and black suit or something like that. Not that I wear a suit. This is about as dressed up as I get, but yeah, you could dress this one up if you wanted to. But again, and it's nice and lightweight. So great summer hat. I project I'll be wearing it a lot more. We're down in the teens outside today. I wore the flap cap this morning because it was so cold. So yeah, this probably won't be going on the head anytime soon until it warms up a little bit in Texas. But man, this is going to be a great summer hat. Looking forward to wearing it. Next in the lineup, so if you know anything about me, you know I'm originally from New England, kind of a New England sports team fan. As you can tell, I already have the Youk on display, and we'll get in a few more. Couldn't resist, you know, one of the most clutch player in the world when it comes to hitting. The Papi. So here we got the Papi. It's a navy blue. This is an all cotton hat. So again, another lightweight hat. Great for the spring and summer. You know, it's this traditional 6 panels. No button on the 6 panels. This one has nice Red Sox red, you know, brim in there. So you get the nice red with the navy blue. Now the liner is the normal liner, normal Boston Scally artwork, but what you got there is the old number 34. Big Papi in the circle, and if you've been to Fenway Park, you look out in right field, the retired numbers and everything like that, that's kind of what they look like. They get there with the circle and the number in there. So this is the Big Pop, not the Papi, it's just called the Papi. I call him Big Papi. But oh, yeah, this is going to be a great hat in the spring. You know, as you know, spring training comes around, or you know, early season, man, can't wait to wear it to work. Let the folks know that, yeah, I'm still a Red Sox fan. I'm stuck in the middle of Texas, but I still love the Sox. But another great fitting hat. Now, cotton, this fits a little bit looser. Like I said, it's a little bit heavier weight than the first two that had the cotton poly blend and the poly blend. So, I mean, it's not significantly, it's not like squeeze. It's just, you can just feel it. As you go up in weight, the hats just feel a little looser. So this is a little looser than 2 lightweight hats. But man, that beautiful navy and the cotton, like I said, and that's what the Youk's made. Or Youk's out of a soft cotton, but very similar. Almost feels, this one feels identical to like a fitted like wool, although it's not wool, but like when a fitted baseball cap, you know, you go in and get one of the fitted Red Sox caps. Very similar feel, beautiful look, nice contrasting brim. If you know anything, well, that's why one of the things is I love the captains and the sailor is that contrasting brim. So this is going to be a great hat again for the spring and summer. Might as well keep that theme going. Like I said, New England sports themes. We're going into the Bruin Dubliner. All right, the big thing about the Bruin Dubliner, you got the shamrock in black and gold, Bruin colors. Boom, nice 6-panel hat. This material is all cotton, so it's very similar. I'm reaching over to the Papi here. Very similar, almost identical feel to the Papi. So it's going to be a little heavier weight than the first two of the Cape Cod themed hats. And I did get the Veritas Aquinas pin. Didn't have, so I have this. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this. I figure this is a great one being the Dubliner. It'd be a great pin. Yeah, that light is just going to kill that. But it's the Boston Scally pin. So that's what I went with. Though I have some more pins coming in the mail, some more classic Bruins pins, so I may switch that out. Anyways, continuing, it's got the black fabric rim, same material, matches 100%. It's an all black blackout. It has the traditional Boston Scally Co. logo in there. And looking at it, it's a little bit heavier weight liner than the previous ones I've shown you. But still, it's not what I consider a heavyweight hat. But again, yeah, nice Bruins call out and put it on, great fit. Wore this one actually to New Year's Eve out to the, I went to the Dallas Stars game against the Blackhawks. Went to see Connor Bedard play the Stars. I'll put a photo up here, I'm thinking. So, yeah, I do have a Star shirt on in that photo, but it is Tyler Seguin. So if you're a Bruins fan, you remember Tyler back from 2011 when he was a rookie, when they won the Stanley Cup. So, you know, Tyler's kind of part of the family. He's just now here in Dallas. But yeah, I do have some Stars shirts. Do go to quite a few Stars games, or have in the past. So, but anyway, back to the hat. Man, this is a great hat. I first saw this hat watching the Boston Bruins when they beginning the season. It's their 100th season in NHL, and Johnny Busick's wearing one of these. And I saw that, and I'm like, and I think that's what really sold me on the 6-panel. I think that's when I tried the Sailor after I saw that. It's like, man, Johnny Busick, the Chief, is rocking the Boston Scally 6-panel. I'm like, and he looks good, man. He's in his 80s or even older, and he's an old man, and he came all the way from the West Coast to Canada for this event. But he was rocking the Boston Scally, Bruin Dubliner. So I was like, maybe Skydog Reviews can get one of those in the collection, put it on. And like I said, I already wore it to hockey game, but man, this is another great hat. Like I said, it's still fairly lightweight, but a little bit heavier than the Papi. Like I said, I wore it out to the New Year's Eve game. It wasn't that cold. We were pretty good warm temperatures then, but great hat. Recommend it to anybody. Boom. The next one is the most probably controversial hat I've ever seen when it got released. It's another 6-panel and got released. Right in the pre-release, everybody's just another black on black 6-panel, but I liked it. I bought it, and I know there've been some issues with some of the folks when they received them this past week or so, because they just came out a week ago Friday, but with the seam not being straight. But I happened to get lucky, got a pretty straight seam. This is BSCALLY's The Ace. It's the first of their Gambler series. We don't have any details. It does have a pin. I was able to get in early enough to get the pin. You got to get in there right away. I mean, I was on this thing right at 11 o'clock Central. I think it's a noon Eastern release. Got right on there, so I was able to get the pin. But this hat, this one is a wool poly blend, so it's heavier weight. And you can see that the big thing on this is the stitched in Ace of Spades logo. Now that logo will continue over to the brim, but they put all the suits in there. They have the spades, they have, I believe, diamonds, hearts, or is it all spades? Nope, all spades, I'm sorry. So it's all spades in there. When it's upside down in the camera, it looks a little different. And that theme does continue into the liner. Now this liner, and like I said, it's very hard to see, but it does have that same Ace logo that's on the pin. You got the spades all throughout. But this liner, it's a different liner. It's soft and silky. Very silk, very old school. When I think of my grandfather's hats, when they used to wear them, it's silky. I ran into this in the Sunday. The black plaid, black smoke and red plaid Sunday. And that's a nice, smooth, silky lining. I love that lining. So it's a little nice on the heavier weight hats. It feels really good into the hand. Probably feels really good on the head as well. But again, there were some quality control issues on this one, but I was fortunate enough to get a nice straight line right down the middle. So I'm very happy with that. Putting it on the head, man, this is, again, I think, you know, it's another quality hat by BSCALLY Co. Beautiful looking. I love the pin, nice Ace of Spades logo pin there. A little bit warmer than what we're seeing. Again, we went to a heavier weight, the wool poly blend. So more of a fall and winter and maybe early spring cap. Probably not gonna be wearing it out in the middle of summer. But man, it is a nice hat. It's all blacked out, and I said, I love that lining that they have in this. And one of the perks of getting in early is sometimes they'll throw in free gifts. So if you see a hat, and I said you find out about this, what's coming up in their social medias, their Instagram, their Facebook. They let you know, and they kind of sneak peek pics, you know, through the week. You get a little bit more, and usually by Thursday, you have a good idea what the hat or other accessories coming out. They just released messenger bags this past Friday with their new 5 panels. But you can see, you may not have all the details till they hit the website at Friday at noon Eastern. Again, 11 a.m. Central, and you're, depending on what time zone you adjust for that. But a lot of times, they'll put in like some kind of special deal. Sometimes it's a free pin. Sometimes it's on a Black Friday. I got a BSCALLY scarf when I got in early. For the Ace, deck of cards. So you get the BSCALLY, the Ace deck of cards. Nice deck of cards. Yeah, they're not bicycle. They call themselves premium playing cards, casino quality. Nice deck of cards. Great logo. So kind of goes with the theme. So thank you, BSCALLY. I appreciate the free gift. more importantly, I appreciate the great hat. You know, if it wasn't going to be so cold tomorrow, I'd probably wear this one to work tomorrow. But I think the flap cap's going to break out again because it is going to be cold, windy, and possibly some freezing rain and drizzle. So that requires a little bit more warmth. All right. Here we go. This is the last of the 6 panels I'll be reviewing today. This one was a special edition in the fall, still available on their website. But boom, here we go. It is the Harpoon. Okay. And it's nice. Let's see, the Harpoon, they call it just a gray, which it is. And it's a wool poly blend, so it's a heavier weight. Feels about the same as the Ace, a little bit heavier. But like I said, well, it looks like it's just plain gray. It does have the Harpoon Brewery's logo embroidered in the back there. So you get a little call out there, nice gray. And then all of a sudden you go, boom! The inside is obviously a lot brighter. It matches up with one of their IPAs. Let's see, it's I believe it's just a Harpoon IPA, but you know, it's got a call out to the label from there. Nice bright orange and royal blue with a nice royal blue, same material, wool poly blend, royal blue rim. So you get that nice call out, that nice contrast. Great hat. Worn it around the house. I have not worn it out yet because I was trying to, the only one I really wore out was the Dubliner because I wanted to wear some Bruins gear with my Stars gear. But yeah, now that I get the review done, I'll be wearing these. They'll be hitting the streets more often. But man, look at that, you know, especially that blue brim with like a nice blue shirt. Oh man, that really comes out nice. Great looking hat. You know, it's a little looser fit. Again, as we talked about, going into the heavier fabrics, you get to the wools and wool polys. This is probably as loose as this style is going to get in this size. So one of those tricks I always tell everybody is, if you're in between sizes and if you're going for a lighter weight hat, you may want to go up. And if you're going for a heavier weight hat, you probably want to go down a size. Again, I'd always err on the side of being a little too loose because that's easier to fix than if you go too tight. Although there are methods to doing that. I joined a Facebook group and I've seen people there have different methods of steaming and baking and doing all sorts of things. I don't know the process for that, but I know steaming is pretty common. As you can see, some of these had out of the box still have some wrinkles from where they were folded and they have a cardboard insert. But steaming will take those out, or just wearing them around the house a while. They'll just kind of work their way out. But man, the Harpoon is a nice hat. Didn't originally jump on it. If you got it day one, they had a pin that went with it. Then the pin, they don't even sell it. Just came out with those, you know, initial orders, that free gift. But here's your hint, okay? I mentioned earlier when I was talking about my Youk. This hat, the Harpoon, has a relationship with Kevin Youkilis. I won't give you it now. I'm going to make you wait to the end, or you can probably go to the end. But anyways, this is the hat, the Harpoon. There is a link with Kevin Youkilis and the Harpoon Brewery in Massachusetts. So we'll give you the answer at the end of the video, but another great Boston Scally hat. All right, we find ourselves down to the 8 panels. And again, we'll go from light to heaviest. Here we go. I already have one of these in Craftsman Tan, but here is the Repel. This is Repel, just black. It's made out of nylon. You know, see a little bit more wrinkles in it, but again, it's very, you can hear it, very nylon-y, kind of like windbreaker almost material. Now, it is not waterproof, it's water repellent, so it will repel a lot of water, but it's not gonna stay, it will eventually saturate, depending how heavy the rain is and whatnot. But it's a very lightweight hat. Does not have a liner, as you can see. You have these bright blue tape, you know, on the seams, but there's no holes. Obviously, you don't want a rain hat with holes because then you get wet. Same material on the brim. No logo, no artwork, just the normal cap and size. But this is a great hat when it's raining out. Great hat. I've used my other one, my Craft Tan, when it's been raining. It does a very good job keeping your head dry. It does retain a little bit of heat. So if it's very warm out and rainy, it can get a little warm just because it doesn't breathe very well because of the nylon material. But I was like peak summer, but like in the fall, winter, whatever, you know, if it's raining out, I just have to wear, you know, you just wear this. And like today, I wore the flap cap to work because it's so cold out, and then I had a lighter weight one I wore when I was at work. But Repel 8-panel black nylon. I've reviewed it before. I will cut off from this one. But again, another great hat. Looking forward and a little bit matching more. This is my Craft Tan, so I can match more outfits if it's raining out. So great hat. And we come down to the last hat of this review. This is another hat I've reviewed several times because this is my fourth. This is the Caddy in straight black. So a lot of black hats in this shipment. The Caddy, if you don't remember, is a cotton poly blend. Relatively lightweight. I did put Boston Scally shamrock pin on there. I have the black shamrock version that the Boston Scally be on my 2 or 3 of my other captains. I forget how many have which pin. But again, got that for this hat. That may stay on there, may change it out. But it's another beautiful 8-panel hat. Wore one of these down on vacation, on a cruise vacation. Great hat to wear in the warmer weather. Interior, you get that lighter weight and lighter color. Liner with the traditional Boston Scally logo. It's not a special logo or anything like that. So, great fitting hat. Again, lightweight. The last two, they're fitting a little bit tighter than your mid or heavyweight 8 panels. But again, it's still, for my head size, is a perfect hat. The lightweight 8 panels probably fits me the best out of any of the caps. It's just right in the sweet spot. So like heavyweight 1 panels and XL fit me well. Lightweight panel, 8 panels fit me very well, and lightweight like 6 panels fit me very well. And as they go up in weight, they get a little looser, but again, nothing that's dramatic. I did buy some of those strips to help make those hats fit better, but I haven't needed them. I've been very happy, even a little bit looser fit, but just these lightweight 8 panels, just, man, that perfect fit. So yeah, definitely a great hat to bring out and about when it's a little warmer out. Go golfing in it, and you can do things in it. Yeah, love them all. So I think, I don't know how many more Caddies are out there in 8-panel that I don't own. I'm sure there's a couple. Kind of like the Captain. There's one Captain out there I don't own. But great hat. So that is it for the reviews. Let's go back to Mr. Youk. So remember, I started it out when I was saying that there's a relationship between Kevin Youk and one of the hats I was going to show you, the Harpoon. So for those of you that remember, or old enough to remember Kevin Youk, when he played for the Red Sox, read the book Moneyball, saw the movie Moneyball, you heard him referred to as the Greek god of walks. So for those on-base percentage statisticians, that was the ultimate stat. Kevin Youk walked more than anybody else, including Barry Bonds at the time. Just very good batting eye, just get a lot of walks, very high on-base percentage. So that was a nickname that kind of got tagged, and I think it was the book and the movie that really, brought it out into public, because he was still in the minor leagues when those came out, or at least when the book came out, he was still in the minor leagues, and they showed Oakland was trying to get him from the Red Sox, and the Red Sox held on to him. But eventually, Kevin Youk retired from baseball, and in retirement life, he decided to open up a brew pub. It is, let me get sure this right, the Loma Brewing Company in Los Gatos, California. So opened that up, and they, it started working with a brewmaster, coming up with different brews. And lo and behold, they created an IPA called the Greek God of Hops. Kind of play on the word, the Greek God of Walks. And what, just the right person to bring that to market. So popular that Youk decided he wanted to bring it back to New England and the New England market. So he needed to find someone there that could produce it for him, and you're not going to ship it. The expenses for a small brew pub like that, it's just too extreme to ship it all over the country. So guess who stepped up to the plate? He has a deal. I don't know if it's still running, but a couple years ago, came up with a deal with the Harpoon company. Now, Harpoon in Boston is producing the Loma Brewery's Greek God of Hops in limited runs, so it's available for you Red Sox fans in New England. So that's it for the trivia. So I'm glad you joined me here in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been getting actually more questions, so if you have any questions on any of the hats you see, or just on generalities on BSCALLY, please feel free to ask questions in the comments. I usually try to get back to them pretty quickly. There are times I may not, but sometimes it's in a couple minutes, usually within 24 hours, unless I have something really heavy going on, something where I'm out of the country on a cruise, don't necessarily check as often, but I do have internet access. But yeah, feel free, send your questions in. Give out the shout out to some scallywags at the BSCALLY crew on Facebook. Just joined that recently. There are a lot of Scally fans on that. So anyways, thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you next time at Skydog Reviews.